Greetings and welcome back to Ostriv. I'm KatherineOfSky, and we have started out by building a beautiful little village in the middle of the countryside. Oh my gosh, I should have built it that way so we could look at the rivers. We ended up last episode by almost finishing our farm. It is just moments away from being constructed and completed. Here we go. There's the ding. Right, we're going to pause because we're already at the end of March. And that's kind of a dangerous time because this is plowing season. Already plowing season is almost over. So the first thing that you're going to look at is order a plow. We can't actually order a plow just yet because, for one thing, we don't have any oxen and we don't have a carpenter. The carpenter will only make a plow once you have the oxen in stock, and we don't have a cowshed or anything or any oxen. We don't gotta. So we're going to just make fields first. I have spent a significant amount of time working out different crop rotations, and I ended up with actually something quite simple. The way you can build fields, the first thing you need to do is build a field. And we're going to have, I think, let's see, 4 plus 2 is 6 fields in this farm. We might transfer them to another farm at some point, but we're going to have at least our 6 fields. So I'm going to start building the first field here because why not? Let's build this. I want to build it in a way that it is, let's go from this side possibly, because I want to build parallel at the moment to things, parallel to areas there. That is occupied. Let's go here. Okay, let's go this way. I want to have it kind of parallel to the edge of the building. And we're going to make fairly big fields, I think. It's 27, 30. Let's make it 30. Okay, let's do an output of 30. Okay, that's field 1. Then we're going to get another field. We needed 6, remember? So this one is going to go here. And, oh, that's 34. Let's make it a little bit shorter. Okay, there's 30. And we'll have a third one, and we'll have 3 on this side as well. Let's go this way. It's actually easier to do it that way. So what it's showing us is if you go along that one side, that's going to be the entrance where that cone shape is. You can rotate the entrance by using R or T. So it's on the left side now. I'm using T, and it will go around as you go with that. So let's just use this and go with our 30 here. And then we want to do this side of farms. Now, I'm trying to make these so that they can easily come out of here and go along a corridor to get the farms. Now, I'm wondering if I should do something, maybe I should use this space of land instead. I could delete them. Let's demolish these. Demolish, demolish. Do I just need to, okay, there we go. Pause again. All right, let's try that again. Let's try a farm place here. Now, I don't know if this is going to work well. That's occupied. Yeah, it doesn't like being so close to the farm. Let's try out here then. Now let's go back with what we had. I think that's probably the easiest thing. We could make them long and thin. That's another option. We could do this way. That's relatively straight, I think. Oopsies. Oops, that is occupied. Okay, it's a little bit fiddly if you want to do it a specific way, like apparently I am doing. That looks straight-ish. Okay, now it's too long. That's 25, so we need to go a little bit longer with this, because I want to have a 30 field. Oh my god, it's only going to 29. Okay, how about there? How about that? Okay, that is 30. We'll take 31, 30. We'll just do 30. Right, next. Also note that I am doing them in a particular order because that's how they end up ordering in in the building itself. Okay, there's our 30. Let's go get another field. I wonder if shift works, if I click shift when I finish it. 30. There we go. Nope. Shift does not work on this, but that's okay. Now here we have to be careful because these guys have that sort of cone-shaped entrance. So the idea is to possibly move that entrance off to the side. Either that or make more space for it. Let's see, can we have 30 here? Yes, we can. Need to remove 8 trees. That's fine. The only thing is I'd rather it be a little bit more parallel. Like that, I hope. 32. Make it 30. Good. Okay. Let's get 3 more. It does snap to that area, which is really nice. Where's the other fence post? There it is. Oh, there's bird sounds. How nice. Okay, there we go. We want to have this be 30. Excellent. And we'll have our 6th field. Now, I will tell you in just a minute how we came up with having 6 fields. In just a second. Right. Okay, so this is perfect. So the entrances are not colliding with each other, so we can have a relatively narrow corridor to go and get them. So what happens when you farm is if you have a plow, the plowman will come out here, drive the oxen, go back and forth. I shouldn't say plowman because sometimes it's a woman. In fact, women work on farms most specifically because men are doing a lot of the other jobs. And then they come back out and then they go and sow the seeds as well. We don't have a plow, so they're just going to be sowing seeds. Now, I do want to have a manager come in here because we're going to do a very specific crop rotation. Now, the most important things are going to be potato and wheat because those are food. We need food right now. So we're going to select the first one we're going to have is we're going to have this potato. We're going to go on a crop rotation of potato, wheat, and then hemp, and then we're going to allow 1 field to lie fallow. So this is going to be potato, wheat, and this one is going to grow hemp, and that is used for making clothes. And then this one will have, or we'll let this one lie fallow. That's actually the perfect one because we still need to get it cleared. This one is going to have sunflowers, and then this one is going to lie fallow this year. Because these two are going to be sunflower and fallow, and that's all, because the hemp is already in the rotation for these guys. When you have a rotation like that, if you want to have all of the products made, then you need to make sure you have X number of fields for that product. So if we're going, potato, wheat, hemp, and fallow, you need to have 4 fields so that they all rotate. When you get a manager, you can actually specify the whole rotation. But right now we're just going to do it the easy way or the simple way because we don't have a manager. Because sunflowers take so many nutriments, they need to just be by themselves and we don't need extra hemp because hemp can be planted afterward, but we're just going to grow sunflowers. So how do I determine all of this? Each crop has a specific amount of nutriments that it takes from the soil. So right now, the soil in this plot is here. It's 100%. Now, if we look at sunflowers, it needs 100%, 60%, 30%. When the crop grows at the very end of its cycle, I've been tracking this, and it doesn't actually take all of the minerals. It'll take something like 80%. So you'll see this one be at 20, and then what do we have? I'll actually read to you from my spreadsheet. After sunflowers grow, you get 19, 51, and 75 approximately in this area. So after that, if you let it lie fallow for a season, then it will go back to 100% and restore all the minerals. So also plowing restores 15 points to each field if you plow it, so you can have quite long crop rotations, but the maximum number of rotations is 6. So I chose to do a 4 rotation because we have the 3 main crops plus the fallow cycle, and that's 4, and I couldn't fit the 3 in again. So that seemed to make sense to me, and because we want all the things being produced all the time. Anyway, so we're going to have all of this happen. The order of these things is quite important. So as you see, this one's going to get planted first, second, third. That's very much intentional. I want more food to be grown than hemp. We don't really care about hemp right now. But what we're going to need to get, oh, we have a manager already. Excellent. Right. So we can actually put the full rotation in here. So we got potato, wheat, and hemp. So we're going to go click this, potato, wheat, and then hemp, and then fallow. Then wheat, hemp, fallow, then potato. There we go. And this is going to be hemp, then fallow, then potatoes, and then wheat. So basically we're rotating the ones we have on different things so that each year, we're going to have all of our products grown. That's the important bit about this. And then 4, we're going to need to have, it's not ready, so we can't put that there, but we're going to have, these guys will be sunflower and fallow, and sunflower and fallow. The most important part, of course, that I have missed, we need to activate each field, and that will allow us to get more laborers. That is this button here. We've already done 2. This one, you can click it, activate here, or you can do it in the menu. I want to just make sure that they're in order here. There we go. I didn't know if it would switch their positions. Right. This arrow here takes you to the field. It will show you the field that you're going to. And we have all the laborers coming in here. Workers allows workers to work all year long and give them a job and an income, essentially. Right now they're spreading seed on the ground. It doesn't have much of an animation except for walking. It looks a little bit better once the ground has been plowed because it goes all brown and stuff like that. But otherwise, this is what it looks like when they're sowing their seeds. You also need workers if you have oxen, and we'll get to that point at some point. But if you're playing this game right now, make sure you get at least like 1 or 2 workers to make sure those oxen have food and water that they can eat. Okay, they're going to the next field now, right here. Fantastic. So they're working away doing this. Very, very important is the granary. So one thing that the villagers do not do, apparently it's beneath them, they will not take food from the farm. It has to go to a granary. So let's go to get a granary. Is it under trade? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it's under trade. And we want to make sure that we have this building. Let's rotate it a bit and put it like right here, I think. Don't want to interfere with that house. Okay, we'll put the granary here. Pretty important to put it close to the farm. One thing that we observed during the stream is that men can use carts, but women only carry bushels or baskets of stuff. They can't use the carts. So if you have women working at the granary, it's going to take them a lot more trips to go from place to place. So it's kind of important that you do that. The other thing, let's see, we have lots of nails, millions of nails. We also want to build a couple of windmills, so I want to plan those out as well. The windmills are so cool. They're like beyond coolness. They are seriously, seriously cool. So we're going to put in, where should we put these windmills? Kind of feel like maybe even behind the maybe over here. That would be a good spot. The windmills take wheat from the farm directly, so they should be near the farm. They take the wheat from the farm and then they process it into flour, which then gets stored in the granary. So I think we should build a couple of windmills. Let's build, well, we'll plan out 2, and then we'll pause one of them, I think. You don't have to worry about the rotation on windmills because the windmills rotate themselves. In fact, you know what? Let's demolish that one. I want to put it closer to the field back here. There we go. There's one. Here's the other one. Then we could put some benches along here for people to rest a little bit. Or even let's put them over here, in fact. because I have a feeling that it would be nice to have a place for people to rest a little bit. There we go. There we go. Oh, nope, nope, nope. God dang it. I meant to be shift. Shift is what I wanted. Let's get one on the other side of here. Or maybe here is better. Okay, there we go. Got a couple of benches right there. Nice. All right, so these guys have sowed the seeds. It is in a growth process right now. Now, in order to make use of this crop rotation scheme, you must have a manager here. So make sure you do. We don't need to hire permanent workers because we don't have oxen. So I'm going to leave my population a little bit more flexible, so I don't have to hire and fire from here. How many do we have at the forest? We've got 2 people. We've got tons of wood. Thatch, we could probably use some thatch. So let me allocate a worker for that. Okay, and we're doing pretty good. We could probably use a carpentry to get carts for the cart parking, because if you will notice, there are no carts in here at all. I think that having, maybe the carpentry could go here since it's near-ish to the wood source. So let's build that here. Let's rotate this building a bit. There we go. And it shows you where the entrance is. Let's kind of leave it more open like this. I think that might be nicer next to the well and the market stalls and stuff like that. Looks better. There we go. Very nice. Okay, and the granary is getting built. Really important, like I said, to have this granary so that people can buy or can take stuff from the building to the market stalls. Oops, there's our blacksmith tinging away. So the market stalls are here. To set these guys up, we'll need to select the products that they can sell, and they can only sell 4 items. So we're going to have them sell potatoes and flour, and I think that's all we want to sell at this point. Yeah, that's it. So we can have one place, but we don't need to hire a worker just yet. I really want my workers to finish all of this stuff. So why is this? Oh, removing trees. Oh, they are removing the trees. Nice. Okay, so our lumberjacks are working on this. I kind of thought that, well, what's going on there? Oh, nice. They just need to take this log back. What if they cut the trees in half? Because it says 1 left, and they took already part of it. Are they going to get the rest? Probably. Golly gee, this is so beautiful. This atmosphere is just like, I really love this whole, let me take a good screenshot here of stuff. Very, very pretty. Man, this game is just so darn pretty. Very, very lovely. Okay, right. I was going to say something about another game. I thought, no, I shouldn't do that. Because each game has their own unique values and interesting points for sure. Okay, so the granary is going up right now. They are banging away, getting this going. But I love they have little hats, and they're not all the same hats, because this guy has a different hat than the other guy. You know, and there's some children. See, we've got Irina, and we have Alina. Wait, there were 3 last year, so see, they grow up. Remember, they were 2 years old. And they go to each other's houses and make friends, and it's kind of cool. It's very, very cool. Oh, here are our lumberjacks working on the road there. Now, is this going to be... Oh, let's activate this farm here. Plowing was skipped. I don't know if they're going to sow this or not. Wait, oh, no, 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 no. This one was supposed to lie fallow this year, I think, right? Because this is our... Let's just check it. Right. Potatoes, wheat. So they're going in diagonals this way. So this is supposed to be fallow this year. Oh, it won't let me. Oh my god. No. Can I deactivate it then? Can I activate it? Deactivate it? Can't deactivate during season? Okay, well, we'll fix this. We will fix the whole thing once it gets... Can I... No. Darn it, you darn thing. But we can do the rest of it. Okay, so this was meant to be fallow, and then we'll have our potatoes proceeding onward. And this might have less nutriments at the end of the year, but that's okay. Wheat and hemp, and we'll just change that once we get to it. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Anyway, there we go. We have our granary. We don't need workers yet because we have no food. But hopefully by the end of the season, things will organize. So harvesting starts in August. We have some time to get things built. We got the granary built. We're going to need these guys built too. Let's get the carpentry. Yeah, we'll have one windmill and then we'll get the carpentry built. And I also want to build the town hall so that we can adjust the amounts of money we're getting. So let's go, where? Not there. It's under government. There it is, town hall. It does help if you look in the right spots. I will say that. Okay, so this can be, wow, this is going to be one heck of a house over here. Get a little bit of swag right across from the town hall where the mayor works. It's very, very an honorable position. Okay, we can even demolish some of these things, but we might just leave them. They're not causing any issues. I think we're going to fire the thatch guy for now. And yeah, not enough food for sale. This is when you mouse over, this kind of gives you an overview of how many people want to come, or not how many come, but are the conditions right for them to come into town. Oh, here's the windmill starting to get built, which is a cool item there. And I'll also queue up let's queue up the trading post as well. That's pretty important. The trading post, we want this to be very, very near the granary, I think, because a lot of our items are going to come from there. Oh my gosh, this fits so perfectly. Is that not cool or what? That's very cool. I think it's awesome. I'm going to put it upward a little bit so we can put a few trees in here. Did that fit? Yeah, it did. Cool. I want to plant some trees. So, but I'm building things fairly close together so that people don't have to walk too far to get to places. All right, let's put in some birch trees. My mom loves birch trees. I already mentioned that, but she does. She really loves birch trees. Okay, and then we'll have maybe one here. Okay, that's cool. And then we'll have maybe one out here in front of the granary. Cool. All right, this is almost done. The windmill is probably one of the coolest buildings in the game. Here it is from this angle here. We just need thatch and some work to go. But it is, oh, they're building this thing over there, the mayor's house. Okay, and they're dropping off some stuff for the other windmill. I think I'm going to pause the other windmill. We don't really need it to be done. This first one is important because we won't be able to support 2 windmills with the amount of flour that we have, or the amount of wheat that we'll have. We'll check on the crops real quick. These are our potatoes growing. They look really nice. This is what wheat looks like. It will go golden when it starts the ripeness cycle. And here we have some hemp, and that's used for making fiber, making clothing out of. And here we have another wheat field out of accident. And these are sunflowers. They end up looking really, really pretty once they're ripe. When they grow up, they're really quite beautiful. I love sunflower fields. There's a place nearby where I live. As when you're sort of driving to Denver, they have these fields, and the sunflowers are so beautiful, especially in the fall when they're maturing, and their pretty yellow petaled heads are following the sun. They're quite beautiful to look at. Okay, so here's the mayor's house, the town hall, whatever you want to call it. Remember, this thing is going to disappear, the camp center. And then the camp storage has some stuff in it. They don't seem to take items to the storage. Now that's something that I've kind of noticed. They seem to store stuff within the production buildings. At least I haven't noticed them take stuff into the storage. So that's not really something that you should worry about too much. Let's see. We could probably also, one of the things that we could do is start storing some hay. We're going to want a cow shed eventually too. Oh, this has gone kind of off kilter just slightly. I might have a second farm here, or should I put... I could have the cow shed here, actually. That might be all right. Is this finished? Oh, it's finished. The windmill. The windmill is awesome because this operates, and it also changes direction with the wind, which is also very cool. Okay, I want to build... What are we building? We're building this. That's getting done. The trading post is getting done. I guess we'll just wait until August when we can see some action here on the farm. What's going on with people? All right. We have 4 women looking for a job, and otherwise we do have open vacancies. How's this going? We have 18 thatch. That's plenty of thatch. We have guys working here. We have tons of wood and firewood. So, but we do need to build some of these other things. Oh, there they go. There they go. Here comes the farming. Here we go. So all of these people are working away, picking up the stuff where we've gotten to full ripeness. I'm not quite sure why the growth thing stops kind of in the, I don't know, like 55% or 60%, but ripeness happens after that. Does it show this one? No. They're all ripened. That's really interesting. But anyway, so this is the harvest progress. And what they'll do is they'll take all this stuff and then leave it in little buckets around the place, or baskets, whatever they are. And then later, after all of the harvest is done, then the villagers will take all this stuff into the farm building. So we're just kind of hoping that that's going to happen. So there they go, taking all the things. What's really nice is that the game automatically has this laborer's position, which kind of is a grab all for any colonists who are not doing anything else. What we could do is we could pause these other buildings while this is happening, so that we can have the maximum number of workers here, which makes a lot of sense because we really need to get some food to these people because we don't want them to starve. They don't seem to die. There's no graveyards as of yet, but I think that's on the plan for future. But I remember in Banished we had graveyards upon graveyards upon graveyards. It was horrible. Oh, but if people are starving, they leave town. That's what happens to people in Ostriv, which is a little bit more humane and makes sense to a degree. So anyway, here they go harvesting the golden wheat. Looks absolutely lovely, and they make them into these little stacks or bundles and sort of stack them vertically. I love that. I think it's such a nice detail. This game really is eye candy for me. I really quite enjoy it. It's just lovely. So sunflowers, what do we do with sunflowers? These are not a food, but you can process the sunflowers into making oil. So if you go to the map, there are 3 different cities that you can trade with. There's our city in the middle, and there's Derhachi over here, and there's Balaklia in the middle, and there's Marefa over in the east. And it tells you how far it is to travel there. At the beginning, you can send sort of envoys, and it costs money to send them there, and you can find out what they're willing to trade. And one of the trade goods is sunflower and sunflower oil. So that's something that we're going to look into trading. We're not going to use the sunflowers ourselves. We're just going to trade stuff and see how we get on with that. Here's hemp getting harvested here. It's kind of interesting. Lots of there's like bundles of this stuff over here. Nice. But man, these villagers do get their exercise, don't they? So as you see, they kind of leave it in the middle of the fields. And they're actually making quite good progress because it's only the beginning of September and they've already harvested 2 very large fields. The fields don't get much bigger than this. I think you can get maybe 40 or maybe 45, something like that, as a total field size. But I'd rather have something manageable that they can actually work on. The other thing too is that if you have too many fields, for example, you can get a second farm and reassign these fields to another. Oh dear, family is out of food. That's not good. That is really not good. Let's get a worker here, and hopefully we can get some food going. The problem is they haven't brought any of this food into the farm yet. So that's not ideal, that's for sure. Are we going to get any food here? No. Can he grab any? Let's see. Show path, follow. He's going home. Man. Oh no. I kind of feel like maybe I should have just activated 1 or 2 fields and then had them do their stuff. Man. But anyway, hopefully we won't get totally out of food. Yeah, most of the people still have some food. They are out of food. These guys still have a little bit of food left. I'm hoping that we can get this food into our farm. So let me fire this guy. He can work harvesting the stuff for now. Anybody else we can fire? The lumberjacks we can fire. Have them work on it too. These guys are already on pause. I think the nail guy, get the nail guy out. Blacksmith, the nail guy. And they can all work on this farm, hopefully. Okay, keep on going. So what's interesting, the way the game works is you can see that the fields that have been harvested have already moved on to the second stage, like the second year of the crop rotation. So we'll see this one, which is the wheat. It'll move on to potato very, very shortly. But that happens right after the harvest. There it goes, boom. It took me a little while to figure that out. Let's do fallow here because that's what it's supposed to be. Because I thought, well, maybe it's after winter, maybe it's after the new year, but no, it is right after the harvest. That's when things happen. Okay, so here they are. They're just collecting the seeds in buckets because sunflower seeds tend to be black, or sometimes they're sort of tan and striped black. But these are the pure black seeds, which taste quite nice. Anyway, but we're gonna see how we will organize that. We'll figure it out once we get our trading post operational. Okay, now they're going. They're doing good. They're getting stuff. One of the things that I kind of wish they would do is they always go back to the farm, but I wish they'd just carry a bucket with them. It's like, why not? Like if they're done, just carry 1 bucket back. So now they're hauling in the potatoes. Now it's time to go to the granary, hire a worker, and maybe even 2 workers to grab stuff. We have 2 men getting stuff. Are they going to go all the way over there and get a cart? Really? Oh my God. Okay, one thing that we can do is we can drag these carts over to this cart parking. We're going to relocate them all here. I forgot that you could do this, or I would have done it in another episode. So anyway, they can relocate all of the carts to this particular parking. Okay, there we go. Oh, there they go. Look at that. They've already put potatoes out in the market stall. Let's get a worker to work here, and we'll be able to sell stuff, and people can buy food. Yay! And as you can see, once we have products, it does fill up the little slot. Do we have anybody working right now? I don't know if they have to be physically there to work or not, but it's okay. It's all good. So this is good. We're picking up stuff, and then we'll get the wheat. It's important to get potatoes first. As you see, they tend to starve pretty quickly upon the end of the second year during the harvest season. Wheat must be converted to flour. So not only do they have to bring it here, but the mill has to be operational. So we're going to get a worker in here to get that going. I love to watch. Look at all these people. They're just carrying all the stuff. This is just lovely to watch them. It's super cool. Oh my goodness. There they go. Nice. Okay, they're doing good. Okay, so the carts have been relocated there, and they're no longer in this parking, which is good. Right, so anybody working here yet? Not yet. I think a lot of people are still working on the farm to get things going, but thankfully we do have 5 potatoes stored in here, which is quite a lot when you consider that, people are using fractions of potatoes and things like that. So hopefully these people will be able to buy some more food very shortly. Oh, there goes the windmill. Did you see it flip around? That was so awesome. So it goes, and you can see the progress, milling the flour or milling the wheat into flour, and they work. Let's see what the production ratio of this thing is. Oh, the guy left. No. So we have to wait for him to get back. He's taking rest, going to work. These people live pretty relaxed lives, I think. So okay, there it goes. We're keeping on making stuff here. So, okay, change direction a little bit again, I think. All right, so 1 wheat gets converted into, or 0.3 wheat gets converted into 0.3 flour. It's a 1-to-1 ratio on wheat. Okay, look, it's fall. The seasons are changing. Nice. And we have leaves on the ground. Okay, we can rest easy now. We have food production happening. We're going to get a lot of this wheat and also these sunflowers as well. Did I set up the crop rotation for these? Yes, I did. Okay, so this one should be on the second one, but it isn't. Why is that? Does that change after the next thing? That's weird. If it doesn't change, then I'll have to just change it manually. That's unfortunate if it didn't get that sorted. Goodness me. In the meantime, I think we'll continue our buildings. Let's go ahead and start at least one of them up again. We'll start both of them so we can get some construction done. But I am very, very excited. Oh, look, there's flour in the market. Woohoo, there it is. Check it out. And we changed to winter clothes. It is now cold. It is now winter and frosty and quite lovely. I'm going to take a screenshot as soon as this autosave thing goes away. Bye-bye, autosave thing. Okay, we won't wait for it. It's okay. It's all good. Right. It's just a lovely landscape, I have to say. Very, very pretty. Okay, so we now have things happening in our farm. Okay, it did change over. For some reason, it wasn't showing it, but is now clearly changed over to the second rotation on all of these. Very, very nice. I think if you fire that manager, though, all of the rotations will be lost, and you just have to manually program it yourself. Okay, so what do we got next going on here? We have our town hall getting built, and I'm hoping that they'll finish this fairly quickly, because we need to set some prices now, because people have a decent amount of wealth. 36, 23, 43, and 11 and 48. They're kind of almost all the same, except for that one family has a little bit less. We got, people moved in here. Look at that. We can also start thinking about getting more people in here. And I think I'll start some houses after we finish these guys. That would be really cool, I think. What do we got in terms of nails? We have iron 5, lots of nails. I think we're good on that. We have nobody working there. We should also hire maybe 2. We need to have minimum of 2 workers to get anything done there. So that's going to have to be there. But yeah, we're getting the town hall up. Congratulations, us. Right. So let's go ahead and we can look at the population graph, which is also accessible at the top here if you click the people icon. And it shows us, what our employment is and the wealth distribution here. So unemployment, we have lots of women unemployed. So I think our best bet on that is to just open up all the worker slots here. And then hopefully the women will work there. Market stalls, we could open a second market stall as well. That's another option. But I think 1 is sufficient now for just the amount of houses we have. Or we could click here. There we go. And then we just see what's going on. So it's telling us migration. We have enough water, food, but there's no housing available. So we're going to need to build some houses if we want to attract more people. Jobs are available. That's good. And it tells us various stats about our colony as well. how many wagons and plows and all that stuff. Things like trade wagons, those are not, we cannot build those in the game yet. Fishing boats we can, but trade boats no. And we can't have horses yet, but we can have oxen and cows and bulls. And there are no chickens and pigs and sheep just yet. But those are obviously all planned to be added since they are in the menus. One thing that we can build also is a fishery, which we might do. We can set that up anyway. Or, you know what, let's just try to get more people, and then we'll get our fishing things sorted out, maybe in the next episode. Now, the economy tab is right here, right now. We're losing so much money. Salary versus local sales plus housing. We're going to need to raise the market products price by a little bit. I think we should also raise the house rent to like 50 cents a month. And we can change the basic monthly wage. When you raise and lower this, it also changes the manager's wage as a ratio of that. And it also tells what we've got in our storehouse. And I love the decorations on the menus. I think it's quite lovely. Anyway, I think we have an excellent start to our colony. All we're waiting for is this trading post to be built, and then we can really get things going. We can start to have a more capitalist economy where we're going to sell stuff to other towns. So anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.